Today's topic is the experimentation because that is why we are doing the five sensory work. And this is a facilitator's guide. Like this, and this is a guide, but we can do a facilitator work here. And so the basic things are like having a five sensory organ. Why do we have the world has always been speaking. Most people are simply too distracted to notice. That is what I realized when my logical mind, I heard, is too heavy over my heart. It's not feeling anything. As not hearing anything. I simply know with my heart. So the head restricts so many things in life. That is why today I'm going to give you a feel of how this five sensory organ is. So how do we kind of get disconnected? The, there is memory, worry, and planning. We have too much of memory. Today I was having a discussion with one of my friends, and she visualize of having being a great coach, like unapologetically great, savage, and yes, all that. But somewhere her mind was saying it's not possible. And as she looked, she is already there, but her mind was stopping her. Now she might have thought that whatever I am saying is kind of out of policy. So that is where also the mind stops. Uh, and one follows a routine. Follows a routine from so that one doesn't forget something. That is very essential because once um, you are in the flow and you forget something, what happens is you again going back and doing the same thing takes a lot of effort. And in the meantime, something else will be missed out. So it's basically autopilot. And mental projection overrides physical reality, seeing without observing, hearing without listening, touching without feeling. That is what happens. So it's very routine, right? And the present state, when you are being present, then you are always in the anchored moment, and you very conscious of your presence, and you will have direct experience. Senses act as the doorway back to the present. Everything that you are listening to, hearing to, seeing, all that becomes a message towards your wanted vision. So the mind, can the mind then is any use for us? So the mind has to slow down. When it slows down, it has those faculties to um, kind of see between two states. So I think how mind can give the logical grounding to whatever our heart is saying. Well, the heart is saying it, it at times looks like, feels like not possible. And the mind, from coming from a absence state, it always kind of brings in something which is very deterrent to the flow state. So one feels restricted, challenged, and stuck. So when we are doing this sensory five sensory thing, we need 30 to 45 minutes because we are pausing, we are slowing down. We can go to a garden, forest, riverside, farm, quiet outdoor environment, wherever you feel connected. Then journal and pen is required. Comfortable sitting space. Ensure that nobody is disturbing you during those 30 to 45 minutes. So gather participants there for the next 5 minutes. Do not analyze, do not judge. Simply notice. So here there is no comparison, no nothing. It's just awareness about whatever is happening in the mind. Even if your mind is kind of rushing towards something where comparison, judgment is happening, notice that your mind is doing that. Be a witness to that. So if you are becoming slow and you are allowing pause, then do that. And if you are speaking, then don't rush transitions. It has to be there. It has to be there. And do not over explain. Do maintain calm silence and no loud stimulation or sound. Keep instruction minimal and normalize wandering. Let the thoughts be. Do not force repetition. So when you allow your mind to flow through like without much instruction, then the mind has the freedom to follow its own flow. So this will be like 7 steps journey or 8 steps. Accepting stillness, finding sound, the ways to see, hear sounds which you didn't notice when you smell how it is smelling, but it is smelling like of the atmosphere. Like is this smell of the flower or something? Again, it will be a mixed thing because it is open space. What is this texture of whatever you were trying to touch? What color coming to your mind? What is the temperature? Is it cool or very hot? And then wherever you are, be aware of how it is. Stay paid reflection. Whatever reflection came to your mind, you may journal it. Or you just remember that this has been what has been happening. So the first thing is sit comfortably, spine relaxed, eyes gently closed initially, hands resting naturally, slow breathing. Take 3 slow breaths, allow your attention to arrive here. And exhale in both states so that your longest node gets connected. Step 2, become awareness, become sound awareness, become aware of the sounds. Silence between sounds is the goal that we are getting there. Sad screen, still voices. Do not search for sound. Allow sounds to arrive naturally. Which sounds feel calming, which create tension. Can you hear layers of sound? You can think of those. Step 3 will be smell awareness. Like participants inhale slowly, notice the scent of soil, grass, flowers, moisture, food or air freshness, whatever you are going to smell. It connects memory, emotion, and presence. Notice that your emotions will be variable when you are doing that. It will take you some memory down the line. Natural herbs are or leaves the participants can have. Step 4 is texture awareness, increase tactile sensitivity and grounding. Touch grass, stone, leaves, bark, soil, or water. Seek out roughness, softness, moisture, warmth, and coolness. Touch slowly. Experience texture without naming it immediately. Then the color observation. Do it for 5 minutes. Open your eyes slowly. Observe shades of green, sunlight patterns, sky gradients, movement of light, and tiny visual details. Whatever you want to do. Then colors you can take note of. When you observe deeply, then you will pause. Stillness will come. Step 6 is temperature awareness. Develop body environment connection. Notice the subtle, invisible barriers between the physical body and the surrounding environment. How is the warmth of sunlight? What is the body temperature, surface temperature, cool air, breeze, change. Notice how the body constantly communicates with the environment. It will also surprise you when you will feel calm and cooler when you do that. Because rushing naturally creates heat in the body and very lot of this. Step 7 is full sensory integration. Sit silently, observe all inputs simultaneously. Sound, smell, touch, silent temperature. No analysis. Just know that you are doing this. Then reflection journaling, which is the last step. We can write silent. Which sense felt strongest today? Which sense do I usually ignore? And you discover today. What changed when I slowed down? What emotions are faced during observation? You'll be very surprised when you try to answer all this because there will be something, even if they do not appear immediately, they will be there. How often do I truly notice my environment? The flower, the trees, branches, the surprise that you usually don't notice them. What distracted me most, and even in the silent calmness, then also something distracts you, one or the other thing to be worried of, just notice. What, what helped me feel present? What bring you down? So the physiological shift will be like there is this activation program. Like previously, your mind is going up and down like very fast. Now it will be up and down at a distance very leisurely. It reduces anxiety and calms overstimulation, regulates attention and increases emotional regulation, strengthens present moment awareness and improves mindfulness, mental fatness, emotional softness, nervous system calming, and sensory clarity. So, the ecological justice connection. We are going there, right? This exercise builds ecological consciousness. Nature is not a background, humans are part of ecosystems. Normally, we know that it is protecting the environment, but also at the same time, we will our mind. And with direct sensory experience, only you will observe the things happening in your body. Awareness increases care and connection feels responsibility. So that is all happening in this space. Hope this helps you build more and more calmness in your life. Thank you.